Hello everybody, welcome back to Wolfeei. Today we have the first half of the blockwars 12 teams ready to be showcased to all of you. Twitter saw it first. If you want to see the teams as soon as possible, honestly, if you don't want to use Twitter, tune into the Wolfeei streams. I streamed all the team announcements today. I'll stream them tomorrow again, so if you want to watch them as soon as possible, tune into the Wolfeei stream. It's a fun, goofy time. We have a silly time, okay? Silly times. Anyways, first blockwars team, I guess time to showcase it, is the red team, the Comets, which has Rev, Scarecrow, Joe Bartolozzi, Sneak Snag, Quite, and Feinberg. This team showcases some interesting stuff regarding the teams for blockwars 12. The balancing, I think, is a little stronger than blockwars 11, which isn't ideal, but it is what it is. Making the teams was a little bit difficult, so you'll see some people return maybe for the first time in a long time, which is a good thing, of course. You'll maybe see an extra newcomer than maybe was initially expected, which obviously is usually a good thing as well. And yeah, this first team has 2 returning people from blockwars 11. That is a notable thing because I made it my goal to try to include as many non-blockwars 11 players in this roster, considering that the games won't be too much different for blockwars 11. I think it's nice to give most people a chance to play whatever blockwars 11 was at least somewhat like, or blockwars 12. Obviously, there will be minor changes, but it won't be drastically different as opposed to how drastically different blockwars 11 was to any past blockwars because of the amount of updates. Every game got a significant change. So, yeah, it's notable how many blockwars 11 players are included in this roster. It's a total of 10. There's only 6 in the first 4 teams, and the teams that you'll know so far, which means there's 4 remaining. There's also multiple newcomers remaining. I'll get to that in a bit. We have a lot of info that I gave on stream, and I'll give it to you Mogul Mail viewers as well in a little bit. Either way, first team, it's like a funny team, silly, goofy team. Is it a good team? Yeah, this could win. Totally could. I think any team so far has a chance. They totally could. That leads us into the next team. Orange team, the Fighters. You got Kylef, Soup for Eloise, Mogswamp as a newcomer, Ghosty Fruit, and Fire Breath Man. They're all on the same team. Very nice, very nice. You got your Minecrafter team. You know, the red team is more of a variety team. Orange team is more of a Minecrafter team. Obviously, most of these people have been in MCC, whether it's Pride or just Shane. Kyle and Ghosty, obviously. Blockwars, semi-regulars, I would say. Both of them just played in Origins. I think both of them actually had almost record performances for themselves in Origins, which is very exciting. Curious to see how that'll translate over to the main event. We'll see. Shane thinks that his team is weak. I don't know if I fully agree, considering Kylef, I think, just got top 10 in Origins, and Ghosty almost got top half in Origins. Then again, I got 16th in Origins, and I definitely shouldn't get 16th in this roster. Either way, we'll see. Eloise back for the first time, I think, since Christmas. I think she was in Blockers 9 on a 4-fun team. I think Eloise has only had 4 fun teams thus far, so this is a more balanced team. Hopefully, she'll, have a good time. I think she should. This is a good team. It's a fun team, so it should happen. And then Mogswamp is new. I think Mogswamp is somewhat requested in the past, at least. I've seen their name thrown on the Reddit. Definitely added to the roster because of the requests, obviously. Mogswamp's also just a cool person, but definitely entered the radar because of the public requests to see Mogswamp in. So there you go. That's Mogswamp making an appearance in blockwars for the first time. Anyways, next team. Yellow team, we got some returnees on this team. Yoet's Gold in the event for the first time since Blockwars Rookies 1. Ryan Corneos in the event for the first time since Blockwars 8. Ant Frost obviously is a regular, but Ant is in here now. People were complaining that Ant wasn't in the last one. Hey, sorry. 40 slots is not easy to work with sometimes. Ant Venom and Lifeless Anton making for a trio here of Ants. I tried getting Smant to play, but he was not available, which is totally okay, of course. I just wanted to mention it because people will be like, missed opportunity, should have had the Smant quad or even a Smant team, put Anthos on the team, or what, the Smant? The Ant squad, whatever, you know what I mean. Anyways, there's a fun team, a fun little squad here with a lot of people who are returning for the first time in a little bit. None of these people, well actually, Anton Lifeless was in Blockwars 11, but he was like a last minute add to the team. Initially, this was going to be a full team of people who hadn't played yet, but now it has Anton as the sole representative of Blockwars 11 players. And yeah, very fun to see how this team will perform. I am intrigued for sure. The Thunders. All right, next up, last and certainly not least, the Giants, the green team. You got Purpled, Jess or Sage Mommy, Giga 5-Up, and Callum CPK. This will be an experience of a team for sure. Jess coming or returning to Block Wars after her debut in Block Wars Chaos, so she'll actually experience a normal Block Wars, which will be fun, I think. Giga and 5-Up returning from Block Wars 11 because they duoed. They both duoed. Purpled and Giga returning from their previous teaming in Block Wars 11. They won. Curious to see if they will be able to continue that streak. And Callum back as well from Chaos. So yeah, fun little squad. I think this, well, not a little squad. It's a 5 people. Either way, fun team. I think this is a solid team. It's very much similar to Red Team in terms of balancing. It has like a standout top frag, 2 pretty high end players and 2 lower end players. Same here. Top frag, 2 like higher end players, 2 lower end players. Pretty consistent balancing, I must say indeed. I guess Orange Team falls under the same umbrella. Top frag, 2 higher players maybe, and 2 lower players maybe. Although I would say Eloise and Mogswamp are at least a margin above Jess, Giga, and quite Rev, but that's debatable, I guess. And then obviously I'd say Callum 5-Up and Sneeg and Joe are a margin above Haley and Kyle, but that's also debatable. I guess this yellow team is the same format because it has top frag and 2 good higher end players may be debatable and 2 lower end players may be debatable. I don't know, whatever. The teams are balanced, I think. There's no standout team that people have said, that's broken. I think, maybe, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. Anyways, thank you all for watching. That's the Block Wars 11 teams. Oh, actually, before I actually leave, don't leave yet, please don't click off the video. I have information to share with you. 9 hints, I gave 9 hints. Here's the hints. There is 4 remaining people from Block Wars 11 in the roster. 2 of these teams, out of Aqua, Blue, Purple, and Pink, do not have any Block Wars 11 players. I should not reveal which ones they are. I guess here's some info. They are not going to be released back to back. So hypothetically speaking, it is not Aqua and Blue, or Blue and Purple, or Purple and Pink. It is one or the other. You'll find out soon enough what that means, I guess. Newcomer, there is multiple newcomers left. There's 2 plus, I guess that's what multiple means. Confirmed people, myself and the Mysticat will be on the remaining teams. We'll see which ones they are. You'll find out soon enough. Next up, this is already something I revealed. Games, I already said, it's the same games as Block Wars 11, thus why there are less Block Wars 11 people in the roster. 1 newcomer, this is information that's interesting. One of the newcomers is a quote-unquote good player, and they are not a new gen creator. I shall explain what that means. New gen to me is someone who started content creation within the past 5 years. Started, keep that in mind. Not blew up in the past 5 years. Started. That's because like it blew up. I guess it depends on how you view it. It kind of blew up. It's more like, let's say someone was already doing okay as a content creator in the past 5 years and then blew up extra recently. That would have counted as a new gen creator, I think. For example, Dream SMP is obviously a factor to some people's blowing up. Purple, I will use as an example. I don't think he's the best example, but I'll use him as an example for now. Okay. He was already established as a content creator before. Was he like a full-time, super big, famous, rich man before? No, but Dream SMP helped a little bit, but he already existed as a content creator before. So that's why I count him as not the new gen. New gen to me is like Queso. It's not, Queso is not in this roster. Anyways, other thing that is important to mention, this person has been requested in the past, but we did not invite them based on the requests. The person that this book is talking about, this only speaks about one person, doesn't say anything about other people, is someone that we intended to have in the roster a little while ago. They only just now were available to play. Women, there's a female newcomer. It's because I said this newcomer is a man. This person is a man, by the way. Man newcomer. Man newcomer is the good player. There's also a woman newcomer, that is true. I just had to say that because people were calling me sexist. I don't know why, but they were trolling. There's also a newcomer duo. We'll see which one that is. And also, the newcomers are not MCC players. So before you think, oh my god, Sapnap joined a Block War, no MCC player is new besides Mogswamp. But in the remaining 4 people, which is what all the hints are about, no MCC players. So keep that in mind. My head's big, ignore that. Keep that in mind, alright? Keep that in mind. Don't forget. As you can tell, I remembered because my head's so large. But don't forget. MCC no MCC player newcomer, multiple newcomer, and whatever else I said. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all later. Goodbye.